Hello, everyone. My name is Justin Springer, and I'm an advisor within Broadcom's Agile Operations. And the purpose of today's demonstration is to provide you with an overview of how we can use one very powerful analytical capability to accurately measure our customers' experience with critical business services from an outside-in perspective. Now, in my experience, I found that many organizations are looking to make improvements in their monitoring of business critical services in order to positively influence some very specific initiatives. The first of these is to provide visibility into the true experience of the customer with a business service. As we all know, operations has access to mountains of data and a whole host of dashboards and reports. But do any of these accurately reflect the true customer experience with a business service? A business service has many different parts, and many of the organizations that I've worked with have difficulty in measuring what the experience of their end users is as it relates to the true experience provided by the cumulative effect of these different parts. As an example, let's consider the business service that many airlines have, which is referred to as flight check-in. Now, there are many options available for flight check-in. You could check in online or on the app. You could check in at a kiosk or at the counter. You could choose meals for many international flights, and you could choose to check your baggage. And all of these different options are supported by a wide range of network, compute, and application resources, making it very difficult or even impossible to truly understand and measure the customer's overall experience with that business service. Another challenge that I've seen is that operations can have difficulty in finding the right metrics to measure their success. Operations needs to measure success for good reasons. Most importantly, they need to quantify their value back to the business. Everyone hopefully knows that operations is valuable, but demonstrating the value back to the business can be a challenge. That is because many of the measurements that have been traditionally used have only an indirect correlation with success. For example, we can measure success by activities like the number of closed tickets, or we can measure success by uptime, or we can find something that's more comprehensive to measure success. And finally, having a focus on value is important to the business as well. And having increased visibility and an accurate measure of success provides teams with an ability to have a biased focus on value. Many organizations spend tremendous energy on activities that are not valuable to improving the customer's experience. And of course, this is tremendously wasteful. And in my experience, leaders are always looking for ways to eliminate waste. Now, before addressing the topic of an outside-in perspective for IT, I'd like to first give you a little bit of a background in terms of Broadcom's Agile Operations. We provide organizations with an ability to rapidly move from ideas to outcomes via this continuous value stream. So we offer the full capability set needed to see and manage innovations, delivery, and IT operations as one continuous value stream or flow of value. And we have a very broad range of capabilities that we offer in order to be able to do all of this, including digital product management, agile planning, release management, test data management, automation monitoring, and more. But for today, we're going to focus on some very specific capabilities from what we refer to as business service reliability. And we're going to show all of this in the context of an issue with this digital banking business service. This business service is comprised of many different parts, including, of course, this web page, a mobile application, and several back-end services. As you might imagine, our digital banking business service is something that we built entirely for this demonstration, but it can do all the things that a real banking service would do, including managing an account, paying bills, transferring funds, and more. And what I'm going to show today is how our solution can provide an outside-in perspective of that customer's experience with this critical business service. And I'll show how we can use this perspective to focus business decisions on value, measure our success as an organization, forecast our efforts to improve the customer's experience, and reduce mean time to repair for critical customer issues. Now, this is the solution that provides us with that outside-in perspective. It takes data that we already have, the data from our monitoring solutions, and it extracts impact from that data. It essentially tells us the story, what is the customer's experience with our business. Here you can see that we have some metrics that provide us with insights into our customers' experience with our critical business services. As I'd mentioned, these metrics are based off monitoring data that we're already collecting. And looking at them, I can instantly identify major areas of degradation and concern. What's more, this is not merely a point-in-time calculation. You can filter for basically any period of time, including periods of time from the past. And we can show what the wobble rate of our business service is over that period of time. Now, these analytics are consumable here in this dashboard, which is predominantly used by IT, and the same analytics are available to the business as well. For example, we can ingest the data in our digital product management solution. Here it can be leveraged by our digital product owner to advocate for headcount, costs, and innovation direction. For example, he or she could use these analytics to advocate for an investment in stabilizing critical business services. And executives can correlate product delivery timelines with actual customer experience, enabling visibility into what is working and determining what further steps are needed to meet their objectives. The dashboards can also be used by engineering to highlight critical issues that must be addressed immediately in order to eliminate negative customer experiences. Our dashboard has drill down capabilities into monitoring, and in this example, we're drilling down into one of our own monitoring solutions. Here in this heat map, we could see the health of the technical components that make up that business service. From this view, we can identify a problem, and we can drill down into that problem to see cross-stack observability of the infrastructure supporting my digital banking service. Analysis of this can help us to determine the root cause of the problem. Now, we're not going to dive down into tremendous detail in this today, but suffice it to say that there are different paths to insights that will help us to significantly reduce mean time to repair. Now, once I've identified what the root cause of the problem is, then I can kick off a process that will remediate that problem, and that's what I'm doing here. Okay? So what's nice is that everyone, including IT and the business, will see an almost immediate improvement in the business service score. So we always have near real-time awareness into the health of our critical business services. And as you might imagine, the capabilities that we showed today have a meaningful positive effect on our business, giving us an ability to increase our net promoter score, increase our ability to hit SLAs, eliminate unnecessary fire drills, and enable superior digital business services, just as a few different examples. So let's go back and take a look at our score, and you can see that it went from 0 and it's heading back up again. Okay, so we're going to improve our business service immediately as a result of being able to drill into what's important. Now, this demonstration was a high-level example of some of the value that we can provide from an outside-in perspective. Please reference the link in this slide if you'd like to learn more about who we are and what we do. Thank you for your time today, and I hope to have an opportunity to speak with you about your requirements for an outside-in perspective at some time in the near future. Thank you.